Hi guys, in the video, today I will guide you. Details, techniques for prolonging sex time for men. You know what, right now, there's a lot of men who are having headaches about the condition, his premature ejaculation, and they're always looking for a way to extend their relationship. And it's not just men, it's women. It's the same. You guys, we get a lot of messages every day from the sisters. They asked me is there a way to help my husband prolong his love or not? He's got 2 minutes and 3 minutes. There are even people who can only. It's out in a minute. That's why we're not really satisfied. So there's a way to fix this situation or not. Guys, there will be many reasons. This leads to an early exit. And before giving you the instructions, top-notch technique to extend the time. Let's take a quick look. Some causes lead to the condition, the early birth of men. The first reason may be the decline of the hormone testosterone, or due to pathologies, but one of the causes that we can't help but mention. It's your mentality, and especially now. Most men. There is a lot of lack of skill in the room. You always think you have to do it fast. It is very strong to make the opponent satisfied. And at the same time, when you're fast, if you are so strong, you will lose everything. Take control of your love. That's why in the video, today I will guide you. Some techniques. Let your partner have a lot of emotions and be content, and you can control it. I totally get my love. Well, remember that. It's even a healthy man. Normal health. I don't have any physiological problems. But if he's working too fast, too strong and continuous, and he won't either. I can control my love. Try to imagine, it's like a runner. Even though he's a class SAO, he's had a long time already practicing, but when you're on a long track. But if we use 100% of our power from the start. As far as you are concerned, you have. Did he win? The most important thing is that we have to have tactics and parachutes in track and field racing, or in the bedroom. So it's the reason. Why do you have to learn room skills? This is the most important factor. And it's going to help you maintain that toughness. Yours in love. And of course it will. It makes you feel more comfortable while we're together. In a situation like that. And don't wait, you're waiting. I'm going to go in now. Detailed instructions give you some technical ones to extend my time. It's interesting that the first thing you need to notice is when I put him inside her, you will often be in pain, my friends, especially the friends that I had sex for the first time. Of course you will have no experience. And a lot of girls will hurt you. Oh, when it hurts, you don't want to be next time. And for the sisters that I'm between the ages of 32 and 35. When you're dealing with a condition called hormonal decline, estrogen, you have a dry condition. And if you're dry, you give your boy. Get inside her without knowing how. It also makes the sisters hurt. You know when? If she is hurt, love will not be satisfied. And it's going to be interrupted. Interrupt that. How do we take you? Little inside her? But you still feel like it without pain. So this is something you have to learn very carefully. You have to listen very carefully to the skills. We will share it with you, right? And after your friends finish the foreplay. 10 to 15 minutes or for me. I just advise you to keep the foreplay to a maximum of 20 minutes. I mean, we kissed now. There's been contact about each other's bodies. So now I start. Enter the forbidden zone. Before entering the forbidden zone, then we have to pay attention. That we're not in a hurry. Immediately pay attention. We have to pay attention to the sensitive points. Inside her. You should remember that. There's a lot of sensitivity in her area that you can feel extremely happy about. When you touch that sensitive point. Well, some systems, like the big lips, the baby lips, and the part on the outside, don't. Hurry up and put the boy inside. That we let. It's very gentle on the outside. To this region and system. Then you can massage and rub gently. Young people in these positions. She produce a lot of mucus. Because around the big lip system, the baby's lips, you know what? It's got a lot of glands. It's called a woman's mucus gland. And especially, when? It's the little guys that create the friction. It's so hot and slippery. This slime. It will secrete a lot. And it's also going to make women a lot more satisfied. Well, and next, let's go in slowly. That is, after there are things. I touched it outside. You can go even deeper. And right now, well, obviously we can. Before that, we made it for you. That's a lot of emotions, right? And after you feel that she's gone. If we get enough water, we let him get inside her. But please note that we have to take it easy. It's only half the length. And a lot of you are greedy and think, in the first shot, we have to put it in. But you know what? When you put it in the first shot, then we'll make you hurt. Well, because we need time. Let her open up gradually and get used to your small size. And now let's take it very gently. Especially if you get out early, you must always remember that our work has to be very gentle. What if you guys put it in too strong? You will easily lose control. And we just take it easy. It's about half the size of a boy. Just get inside her. And then we're going to increase the speed by the length. Just increase the speed, but his length is small. You keep yourself at 1/2. It's not 100% of what you put in. But if we keep doing that, what do you think they'll be like? At this time, your feelings will be very desirable. When it's okay. I pushed it for a few minutes, and it felt like you also want to go deeper. Deeper because she's used to it now. And there's a lot of mucus. What you want will also begin. It's starting to rise. And then I'll show you another technique. For you when well. And because of our feelings, we give them a lot. So right now, the thing about her desire going up, and in the sex thing, yeah. And at this stage, yes, I can confirm, you've already won half the battle. Now we're going to go into the input technique. How to give her more emotions. You're still in control of your time. Well, when you did to this technique, well, we also have to pay close attention. But we can't learn to this technique, then we're tired and we go back to school. What will it lead to? Love is half-hearted, right? So, back to today's topic at the beginning. In the beginning, we gave half. Your length is small, right? So now we're going to keep increasing speed, and at that point we're going to start putting the. So we go a little bit deeper, and finally, we will take the deepest. But every time that we put the deepest, it means that we're going to put the deepest inside of her. Then we will get out now and move on. You usually have to be like that, right? But it's not here. Here I guide you not to withdraw. Now and continue. We'll stop for a second. We have a friction on the part. The outer part of her. And make sure that you will feel extremely satisfied about your expression. Because once in a while you guys, that's it, girls. The first is that she's producing more mucus. And secondly, you'll feel that very happy and you will clinging to your hands or your backs. That is, you feel very like it now. In both pushing and stamping techniques, you have to pay attention to one level of arousal on boy. Because this is a certain factor. You have to be certain so that you can control it and prolong the love, right? We all know that little boy's head. It's the very sensitive part. because it's going to contain a lot of nerves. So if we were two, the more created, there's a lot of excitement in this area, the more likely we are to get out early. And her structure, it's a great place to be. They say it's hard outside. The closer to the fat hole, the smaller its size gets. But the deeper inside, the more its size. Well, it started with an extension. That's the experience you have to remember. You're sure to remember what this is, even if you apply the technique. Push or stamping technique. When we put him inside her, we also learn from the experience that we just pull out. That we're just collecting troops, about 1 or 2 cubic meters. Lots of you, and keep pushing. And then pull it out completely and then move on. But continue that cycle. That way, when you get close to the fat hole right now, if its TVI starts to get smaller, it'll make your little head more sensitive. And it's easier to export. Well, if you were me, I have encountered an early exit. If I do that, I'm sure what will happen to me. I will lose control. Let us remember that we are only put it at the deepest level. But when we get back, when we withdraw, we only get half of it. That's 1 to 2 millimeters of gas. We continue to push it in, not take it all back. When you take him out of the fat hole, that part is tight. It's terribly tight. And it's going to create a sensation on his head. Especially the skin of your small head is thin. And when you do so much, it will also be angry. What's the situation that leads to? It's going to be blocked in the foreskin. There's a lot of that sensitivity. And, well, we've also limited the first part. And these scrunchies are in contact with the scrunchies. But right there in the hole, it's very tight and very tight. It'll lead to a state of arousal. And that will lead to a situation, early exit status, and whether we put in or do we regroup. Then your operation must be gentle. Slowly and slowly. If we do it too fast, the brain, we can't control it. And in control of time. So let's just slow down, slowly. The most important thing is what we know. It's that we have to fight. Strength in the process of combat. And from beginning to end. Well, again and again, I'll show you that the technique. This technique is continuously like that, but it gives his partner a lot of emotions. That's the goal. That you need to turn to in a love affair. But we don't have to push. Then I got out early. And finally the girls feel pain, feel uncomfortable and clear. That love, it's not perfect. I hope it's the techniques of the video. Today it will help give you a lot of work to prolong my love.